All right, this is Captain Sam Brown, West Point graduate, 2006, U.S. Army, went on to become an airborne ranger, deployed as an infantry platoon leader to Kandahar, Afghanistan in 2008. A few months into his deployment, his vehicle was struck by an IED, the blast wounding several and causing immediate evacuation from Afghanistan. Yikes, he had to spend 3 years of rehab and recovery. He was medically retired from the U.S. Army as a captain in September of 2011. After more than 5 years of active duty service, Sam and his wife now live in Nevada and run a small business providing critical services to veterans when the VA needs a private company to assist in urgently accessing medication outside the federal system. He and his wife are there, and now he is a Republican candidate for the United States Senate from Nevada. Captain Sam Brown, welcome to Newsmax. Thanks for being here. How are you?
Greg, I'm doing great. I appreciate time with you and your audience today.
We appreciate it so much. Well, first things first, obviously you're qualified. What you've done for our country, quite frankly, coming out of West Point and everything else, you're qualified to be in the U.S. Senate, and I think we need you there. What would you do there when you get there?
You know, Greg, I'm running to be a U.S. Senator because the American people have been betrayed by the political elites. And that doesn't just include elected officials, that includes big businesses, big tech as well. Look, what I experienced over the 4th of July weekend was phenomenal. Prior to being a candidate, as just a private citizen, I posted a tweet of me in uniform saluting the American flag. Do you know what Twitter's response was just a few hours after I declared to be a U.S. Senate candidate? They censored it. Now, it leaves me wondering, what is Twitter censoring? Are they censoring the scars of a wounded veteran? Or are they censoring the fact that there's a picture of a soldier saluting the flag? Or could it be that it is related to the fact that I'm now a candidate for U.S. Senate running against an incumbent Democrat? Regardless of what their answer is, it's unacceptable. And this is the type of thing that we've seen Twitter do by even deplatforming President Trump while he was sitting in the White House. This is unacceptable. They've now already started censoring me. They've censored the American people. The American people are crushed by the elites who don't share their values. And so it's time for folks like me to stand up and be a voice and be a champion for those people. And look, here's the sad truth. If Twitter's already censoring me, they could deplatform me like they did President Trump. And so I would just like to encourage your audience to please join me and join others like me and go to my website, CaptainSamBrown.com, to hear from me directly. There's no promise that I'll be on Twitter tomorrow.
CaptainSamBrown.com. And I want to put up again, you mentioned it, but we're going to show it again, your original tweet. This is you. And by the way, who can argue with this message? On July 4th, 1776, America was born. On July 4th, 2021, we're still the best country on this planet. Freedom isn't free. And of course, look at the price that you paid for all of us. Twitter's response, what Twitter did with this image. The following media includes potentially sensitive content. So they deleted the picture unless, I believe, you clicked on view. Now, this is a form of censorship. Now, I want to be clear here, Captain Brown, you were able to post selfies like the rest of us before you became a candidate, correct?
This is true. This is true. In fact, for about 3 days before they censored that tweet, it was going viral. I posted it on July 3rd, the night right before 4th of July. And by the time they censored it, it had 2.5 million views. It was even listed on some media outlets as a top 10 4th of July tweet. But they didn't censor it until I became a U.S. Senate candidate. Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. And they shouldn't have that kind of power. So we wish you luck, because this is crazy. If they could, look, President Trump, let's face it, he's a billionaire. He's always shooting his mouth off. I love it, but you're captain in the Army. Look at what you did, and they're taking that from you. This is trouble, and what does it mean for the rest of us? Sir, if we can switch gears to what's happening right now in Afghanistan. You know we're getting out. You know it's ugly. You wrote about it brilliantly in the USA Today this week. You have grave concerns about how Joe Biden is executing the withdrawal. Before we go there, you are, though, in agreement that we have to get out of Afghanistan at this point?
Not just at this point, Greg. We should have been out years ago. This is a tragedy that we've allowed this to just drag on and on and on. And frankly, the situation has deteriorated the longer. And this is just really an insulting exclamation point on bad decisions for multiple cycles of presidents, unfortunately.
Now, Joe Biden seems to be doing what Joe Biden and Barack Obama did back in, what was it, 2008 or 9, maybe 10, when we were on our way out of Iraq. Hasty, not well coordinated, and that gave rise to ISIS. And it looks like we are doing the same thing all over again.
Right. Yeah, I mean, who knows what type of threat they could be creating within the region and how far that could extend. You know, one of the really sad images that I saw was videos of the Taliban taking possession of vehicles that literally my men and I rode in Afghanistan. The same type of up-armored Humvee, the same type of weaponry. And what they get to do with that at this point, we have no control over. And beyond that, we have also just created a totally open door for China to come in and fill that power vacuum.
Sam Brown, I think this is going to be a great campaign. We wish you luck, and please come back soon. Go to CaptainSamBrown.com for more information and see ways you can support the campaign. Hey, by the way, you're in Reno, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, I've been to Vegas a million times. I've never been to Reno. What's the difference? I understand you can gamble in Reno as well, but what's the difference?
Well, the whole state's beautiful, but Reno is especially known for having Lake Tahoe. It's probably one of the most beautiful places in the country. The hiking is incredible in the Sierra Nevada mountains. You can ski in the winter, hike in the spring and summer. And it's a great place to raise a family, and that's what my wife and I are doing here.
That's beautiful. I remember it from Godfather Part 2. They raised a different kind of family, of course. Well, great to see you, Captain Sam Brown. Continued success. Stay in touch. Come back anytime, okay?
Thanks, Greg, and I appreciate your service as well.
Oh, thank you, sir, very much. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.